your staff are also watching you, if they see that you are a crook, they start stealing from you too.
Vacation.
Yeah, they're gonna start stealing from you. I mean, she's also a thief. So
Meet Dr. Aisha, the visionary dentist behind Glaze Dental Clinic, where confidence begins with a smile. Known for her gentle precision and patient-first approach, Dr. Aisha has transformed dental care into an experience built on comfort, trust, and world-class expertise. From restoring smiles to empowering people with preventive knowledge, she believes thriving starts with how you show up every day, and your smile is your first introduction. Today, she shares her journey, her passion, and the mindset that drives her to help others not just survive, but truly thrive.
if I want to give someone something, I'm saying, this 10,000 naira now might be too small or something. Now I've learnt, and I tell people, nothing. If I give you 5,000 naira, that 5,000 naira, I worked for it. It was a sacrifice. Generally, we say, okay, our government, this and that, but in your own niche, in your own space, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hi guys, Coach EO here. I've had fun so far making the Thrive Not Survive podcast with everyone who's helping with this. We're bringing people to come talk about their stories and share hope so that people learn a thing or two they can apply. But guess what? You are not subscribing. When we check in the background and we see that, a lot of people are watching. Some people remember to like, but not remembering to click the subscribe button. So please subscribe. And when you share this to other people, tell them to subscribe too. This helps us grow the channel so that we can bring in more people. The more subscribers we have, the more guests we can bring to the show. So just subscribe, and we'll bring you all the episodes that we have in us. Thank you so much. You are a thriver too. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Thrive Not Survive podcast with Coach EO. I'm Coach EO. So on this Thrive Not Survive podcast, it has been my pleasure to bring to you different people, relatable people that are living seemingly ordinary lives, just doing their best in their fields of endeavor, surmounting challenges and just pushing. They're pushing. They know that their story is not ended. They focus on thriving rather than just, in survival mode. So I bring them to you. They're not celebrities. Maybe we'll have a celebrity or two at some point. But this is not about being celebrated. This is about sharing hope. They will tell you their stories. It's not a prescription. It's for you to think about it and gain clarity. If you are in a similar situation, if you can relate it to something you've been through or you can go through. We're just trying to make the world a better place with hope. So today, this conversation is going to be with someone I met. How many years ago was this? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
That's 3 years now. Yeah. 3 years.
Yeah. I was going through a lot. Let's just call it that. Maybe one day I can sit and explain that
later. Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a lot. And the doctor I was seeing at the time then referred me to a specialist to go, and we needed to do a biopsy.
Yes.
Of my salivary gland.
The bear gland biopsy. Yes.
And then they sent me there, and I met her. She's a burst of sunshine, as you will see. She is actually. I don't know. I just like her. She seemed brilliant. She was very engaging, and we stayed in touch ever since. And when I started greeting her, "Hi, Dr. Aisha," she was there, Madam Elizabeth, whatever name she called me.
Exactly.
I was like, "Which one?" She said, "But you started with Dr.
Aisha." So can we keep it at Aisha and Elizabeth?
You'll be here. This is Dr. Aisha. I'll call you, please. So this is Dr. Aisha Tayo-Adewale.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast. I'm glad to be here. Share my story.
Nice.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, what you don't see that happens behind the scenes with all of these guests, is how each one of them are belly aching about, what am I supposed to say?
So, yes.
It's my first time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what do I have anything that they want to learn? What do I have to do? That's the whole point, because these are human beings. And I keep telling them that I had the same thing every day when we're preparing. Right now, I'm just in delivery mode when we come to record. But before all of this, I always go through that process also. Why me? Somebody, because what does this one say? Why is she talking like this? Whatever. I even tried to talk like this. I know that this podcast will get to different countries, but this is my accent as in Nigeria. I will say it this way. Yeah.
Well, but honestly, you can't be the one like, before the podcast started, just as you said, we're gisting, right? So yes, so I'm okay. Let's see what let's do. Let's start. Yes.
I know some parts of you, like,
Okay.
The part that's important for me to know is like am I supposed to use that word on this podcast? I don't know. Who should I ask? Bloody good. Oral. What's
medicine specialist? Yes.
I'm medicine specialist.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Yes. For sure.
When you introduce yourself, like, what should people know about?
Okay. So, my name is Dr. Aisha Tayo-Adewale. I'm an oral medicine specialist. So I'm a dentist, but I specialize in oral medicine. So dentistry has sub-specializations. A lot of people don't know that. They just think it's just about extracting teeth. Exactly. So we have oral medicine, we have orthodontics, we have, even geriatrics, pedodontists for children. Oh yes, we do restorative dentistry, but I chose oral medicine, right? So I'm an oral medicine specialist. I went back to do my residency in Louth for 6 years. And I'm a wife. I'm a mother of 3. I work in General Hospital Marina, Lagos Island, and I also own a dental clinic, a private dental clinic called Glaze Dental. Yes, which has been running for about 5 years. We opened in the pandemic year. Yes, opened in January, and we had to close down in March. Oh, yes, the lockdown.
It's open and then lockdown.
The lockdown, yes. So, basically, I think that's pretty much about myself. I'm a Christian. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into it. What made you go and start Glaze Dental? That's what we use, by the way.
Yes, Glaze Dental. Okay. It wasn't me, actually. It was my husband. So as I said, I've always been a government, as I said, after my undergrad, after NYSC, I went back to do my residency. Okay, I first worked in Lagos State, then I went back to do my residency. So I just thought that, okay, after residency, I would just continue working with the government, right? And my husband was just like, don't you think that we should open a clinic? I'm like, oh no, that I can't. I don't know anything about business. I don't know anything about running a business. I'm going to, it's not going to work. And he was like, Aisha, and like, this is something. Okay, my husband is quite spiritual. Yes, so he has the gifts. I'll have to put it out there. Yes, it won't be nice if I don't say that. So he's like, this is something that was prompted by the Holy Spirit. Yes, I have to put that out. That's the yes. It was something that was prompted by the Holy Spirit, and he said that the Holy Spirit had told him maybe even during my residency, but he was just like, how? She's still doing residency, and then just brushed it off. So the year we're supposed to start, 2019, he was like, it was really strong. It was like, Aisha, you have to do this. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because I know that, the past, like my marriage, I've seen, when he says, oh, this is, and it works out. So I'm just like, but honestly, this one, I resisted, Elizabeth. I'm like, Tayo, I cannot do this. I can't run this. How? From where? As in, like, just leave me. Let me go and see my oral medicine patients in Luth or in Lagos State General Hospital, you understand? So I'm like, I can't do this. And so he decided, he started it on his own. So he started looking for, oh yes.
So is he a dentist?
No, he's not. He's an investment banker. So, but because of where it stemmed from. So it wasn't just, because of where it stemmed from. So it was like a push. You need to do it now. You need to do it now. Do you understand? So he started looking for space, because I was like, I can't. So I know that, you have said things in the past and, it all worked out. But this one, I'm sorry, I'm scared. As in, how do I run a practice? I don't even know anything about running a practice. And, and with private practice, because there's a difference when you're working with the government, facility and when you're working with the private practice. That one, you're on your own. As in, like, there's no cover. Do you understand? Like, if anything happens, it's not like, if I'm in Luth, if you're doing an extraction and somebody faints or something, you can quickly, take them to the theater or something. There's nothing. That's like, how do I do this? How do I even manage people? Yes, I know I'm a people's person. I think, when I meet people, I can, talk, I can strike up a conversation. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. But just running the whole thing, would be a problem. So he started, I was like, then he came back to me and he's like, Aisha, I can't do this. I'm not a dentist. What I can do is maybe the accounting part or, the business model or whatever, but I can't the running of the clinic. And I was just like, okay, Aisha, I know you're scared, but you need to do this. And remember that you have God on your side. As in, like, this is not something that just came from nowhere. This is something that was divinely, let's say, orchestrated, exactly inspired. As in, like, Tayo didn't just say, okay, go and open a dental clinic. It was not, we never ever talked about it. So if this is it, just trust God and he would also, sort you out. And I said, okay, let's do this. So we started, got the space. I said, even getting the space was just everything. It was just like, and I say, when God is in something, right, Elizabeth, everything it just aligns. As in, like, so we got that space outside on the road, right? So that's on its own. That's advert on its own, right?
So your building?
No, it's not. No. It's not a building. No, at all. So, we got the space and, then funding for it. The people who wanted to, come in, equity. And I'm like, no, if it's that, I can't deal.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not ready to. So somehow, with his own money and, family and friends, loans, just got everything together and, set it up, honestly. And that was, as I said, 2020. So we started the process towards October 2019, and then we launched January 18th, 2020. And from the very first day, Elizabeth, I said, like, it was just good, honestly. Like, the very first day we launched, we had 3 orthodontic setups. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Oh, yes. So because I know, when we're opening the clinic, of course, I asked people who had clinics, how does this thing happen? And they're like, okay, don't worry, but you know that you have to set aside salaries, maybe like 6 months salaries for staff because you can't get it from the business. Elizabeth, from the very first month, we paid salaries from Glaze.
Come on.
As in, we did not get money from outside Glaze once Glaze hit it off. So that's a great testimony. So that's why I say once God is in it might sound very spiritual, and what I'm saying might sound very spiritual and all that, But yes, exactly. And I'm just like, oh, how do you understand that even after the lockdown, I could still pay. I couldn't pay my staff like a full salary, but I could still pay them maybe like 70%. They were at home, 50%. Yeah, so like the monies I'd made from January to March. Yes, I could still pay them during the lockdown. Yeah, it's not 100%, but I could still pay them something. So it was a good one, and I won't say that we've not had hitches, and that's with life. Even if God is in it. He didn't promise us that everything was going to be smooth. Do you understand? Yeah. So we've had hitches here and there. We have the hitches, and then we learn from our mistakes, and then make sure that, do you understand, it doesn't happen again. That's like the most important thing. Yeah. So that's like the story of Glaze Dental and Breath Clinic. Yes.
This is really, that's really inspiring.
Oh yes.
As you're saying, I'm thinking about how I started as well. Like, You know, when you're supposed to go do something, don't worry about saying it's spiritual, because that's how mine was as well. Going to start TJ Labs, my company, leaving my job. And even in the first few months, that's when people are, oh, she's no longer there. She's no longer there. She's no longer there. Now it's time to hire her. When we reached out to you, when you were in this company, you were like, oh, your blood was inside. So you're left now. Are you ready? Come and join us. Come and join me. So at that point, there was enough temptation for me to go away from what thing I know God said. I said you should go and do. Yes. Then we started TJ Labs 2 years. Then it's like, you have to start this me. Hey, podcast. No, for what? Like,
can you imagine God telling me to start a podcast? I'm
like, no, it's not me. You missed it. It's not. I'm not hearing well. Why? You know? And then I'll have a friend that will tell me, you should start a podcast. She's been on podcast. She's like, you should start it. Because when we talk, I speak, even the speaking was a journey. Okay. I had enough people kick me out of my comfort zone to go speak. And then it starts small, then it becomes the king. Yeah, I'm like, I've tried now. I've already webinar. I'm going to say to do keynote speaker. I've tried. Must I do? Why? But the reason to start it started becoming clearer and clearer. And I have bought home as well. So that's
okay.
When you have
that
your support system.
It helps, because you wonder as in how do you create that, I won't call it balance, or that's what they say, balance in quotes. Is it really a balance? Do you understand?
I don't agree. I don't like that thought, like balance. Do
you understand? Because you have kids at home. I also, as I said, I like my oral medicine patients, and usually for oral medicine cases, private clinic is not the first place that people would typically go to, because they usually kind of in serious cases, so they rather go to maybe a teaching hospital or maybe a general hospital or something. And I was just like, oh, I can't leave this. I like this. This is why, as you know, I did 6 years. I remember to school 6 years. It was tough, because I had young kids, had to study, had to go for updates. It was that period was like really, really tough. I think back and I'm like, Aisha, how did you survive the 6 years of residency? I know there were times I'll break down and cry, but it was just something I wanted, or something I liked, as a student. And I was just like, oh, I like to specialize in this, because I get to talk to my patients one-on-one. Sometimes my patients, get to, they're comfortable telling me about things that are going on with them. I maybe end up being a counselor somehow. My friends have told me to go and do like a coursing. Yes, because somehow, so I'm just like, I can't leave this. I have to do this. So I didn't want to, wherever I am, I like to give my best. I didn't want to be in a situation where I'm leaving General Hospital and coming to Glaze. So from the beginning, I said, I'm going to build Glaze. I'm not going to build Glaze around me. Yes, I'm not going to build Glaze around me. I'm going to try, with the help of God, get people who can run this thing, despite the fact that Dr. Aisha is not around. Do you understand? Yes, I'll have feedback sometimes, every now and then, from people that I know, right? Well, so something happened, then I call. Why did it go like? Why this? You should have done this better, or you should have done this. Do you understand? But that's what I did, and by God's grace, I did that. So I do my work in General Hospital. When I close, I go there every now and then. Yeah. Yes. So it's been a journey. I won't say it's been all perfect, but it's been all rosy. But to be honest, we're thriving. Yes, we are.
If you have to do it again, would you do it?
Oh yes, I will. There are times I'm like, I'm tired, honestly, because that, Elizabeth, you're dealing with human beings. It's not trade. It's not buying and selling. And you get to meet different people, and there's some people who are sucker for, as in like they want things done the right way. And another thing when I was opening Glaze was that with my experience with most Nigerian businesses, customer service is poor. I'm sure you will attest to that. Customer service is poor. So I'm like, I'm not going to be one of, the businesses that have poor customer service. So for every staff knows that Dr. Aisha does not play with customer service. As in, that's one thing that every meeting that we have, I reiterate. I said, yes, I know maybe sometimes some patients can be, but that's where you as a professional, you should know how you handle, the patients. And if you check our Google reviews, as I just said, most times, fantastic customer service. So I have a great team, to be honest, from the practice manager, the dentist, the nurses, everyone is, yes, as I said, sometimes they drop the ball, which is normal. I mean, we're all humans, yes, but largely, I would say that, like I traveled for like a whole month now. I was not around, and the business ran, perfectly without me. So yes,
That's relieving that even, in fact, I can't say this here because this is not good for the other police servants, where apart from the biopsy I needed to come do, I had a failed root canal somewhere else.
Okay.
And the thing that made me decide to switch was because of that one experience
that you had.
where when they're sending you from the hospital, you are trying to diagnose stuff and they say go and do this. So they sent me to different specialists for this one. Then I came to Glaze for just the professionalism.
Thank you.
In this, how many rooms of this compared to the place I was coming from? Yeah.
So it was something that was intentional, because it hurts me when I get bad customer. I'm like, I've come here for a service now. I'm paying. I mean, do you understand? The least you can do is to give me, do you understand? Treat me like a human being. Most Nigerian businesses, I don't know why. I think we need to do better, to be honest. When it comes to that customer service, we actually need to do better. I know Nigeria, some people might say I'm talking from a place of privilege. I know Nigeria is hard. I know people are going through stuff. I'm not oblivious of that. As in, like, I know. But I mean, when you come to work, you just try as much as possible. And that's something I also tell my staff. Like, if you're going through, so I also have that channel. That's communication. As like, if you're going through stuff, you have my number. You can come to me. You can talk to me if you're having issues, rent issues. Things that doesn't concern work. You can always come to talk to me. Any way I can help out, I will. So that, I don't want people who are working for me and they're not in their right place as in mentally. Do you understand? They're not happy, or they're having one issue or the other. And if I can help, then, I should be able to help. And that's another thing I think, and I'm thinking about it. I think that's one reason, maybe that's why God wanted us to open that business, because it's also an avenue where it helps me, help people, as in, like, beyond my staff, as in, like, maybe like I see maybe some patients and maybe like general hospital, and maybe they're having issues with, I help. Sometimes I can say, oh, you can't afford it, to go there, we'll do it for you free of charge, things like that. So sometimes I think about it, is this a reason? Because sometimes you have to think about, why did God want you to do this? It's like, what's the purpose exactly? So it's something that I'm like, maybe this is why. I know that generally we say, okay, our government, this and that, but in your own niche, in your own space, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know you can't save the whole world, Elizabeth. I can't save the whole world. But where exactly the 10 people, the 11 people, if you're not there, what are they saying about you? As in, like, you understand? As in, are you helpful? Are you empathetic? Do you understand? Are you doing the right thing? You're not stealing. You're making sure you're not stealing from HMOs. You're not overcharging. You're not overtreating. Those are things that people could easily do to make money. But they know that Dr. Aisha, as in, you can't try it, as in like, because I told them, look, this business is not, as in, we don't steal here. We can't cheat another business, because if you're cheating HMO, you're cheating another business, you're cheating another business. Yes, so you're making them lose their own money. So please, whatever the patient needs is what you are sending. Do you understand? Do not do insurance fraud. That's what I call it. As I say, call out what it is. Say the name. Don't say person. Don't sugarcoat it. The person, every person is committing that is adultery. Doing that, for example. Do you understand? Just say it. Maybe that way everybody. Yeah. So in your own space, how are you making the world a better place? We're not perfect, but we'll just try. Exactly. How do you add value? You just try, and then you see your staff are also watching you. If they see that you are a crook, or you are exactly, so they start stealing from you too. Yeah, they're gonna start stealing from you. I mean, she's also a thief, so we would also steal from her is allowed. Exactly. All Nigerians are corrupt. As in, you can't just keep that bracket. All Nigerians are corrupt. Yeah, so those are things I look at and I'm like, okay, well, I'm making an impact. I'm making, at least with the 10, 11 people, as you said, around me. Yes, I am making.
Well done. I will say something. So you mentioned, sometimes you might not get it all right, you might not get it. I don't even think that's the issue. I think the issue is the intent to be better. So we come to Glaze once in a while. There's something. What does the person do after? That's it.
When you mess up, what do you do after? Exactly. Because you will mess up. Or what do you do after? This is what I tell them. What's the follow-up? Did you just disregard the patient? Did you just discard the patient? Did you just think that, or do you pretend? Exactly.
Because patient,
no. So I tell them that it's not just about, in fact, some patients even, they can see through that fake smile. Oh, as in like, good afternoon. No, as in like, what are you doing? You have made a mistake. How are you? There are times that they clean up the mistake themselves. There are times that I have to step in. I would have to call the patient. I have to exactly manage, send the patient a message. If we have to do a refund, we do a refund. Things like that, just to make people comfortable. And as I say, with referral, that place is okay. You can, and then you just have that growth. Yes. Oh, yes.
So
yes.
I think you guys stand out in terms of, and I'm not saying because it's you, Sha, because me too. If I have my feedback,
yes. You give your feedback. You gave me feedback. It was one I had to step in. Exactly. Yes.
It was and the reason I was even doing it is like there's a learning in here.
In here that we can.
Know that
yes.
You guys stand out, because if it's another type of place or the other two places, I won't bother with that.
Exactly. And I was happy, and I was so happy that you reached out to me. I was like, oh, thank you, Elizabeth. As in, like, reach out to me, and then from that, as you said, there was a learning from it, and I went back, spoke to the practice manager so that next time, you do it this way. Do you understand? Yes. Oh, yes.
This is the way. Because I've given feedback to establishments before. I'm that person. And the response usually would determine. Sometimes you see everybody, they're acting around you, but that's not the
way exactly the other person.
Just because
you spoke.
So now you're being treated special. It's not going to treat you special. What they do, and this is the reason why it's important, is that's not the standard I've come to expect at Glaze. And I know that something will be done and it will elevate.
It will elevate the standard.
I won't bother. I might not bother with that specific feedback I gave, because I'm just like, they don't have the system or the focus or the mindset
set to change. So there's no point. Yeah, there's no point. Yes, exactly. You just become the wahala. This patient. Our life so much. Exactly.
Go and handle
or something. Yeah,
but not this one. Because even the people involved have cup of their own to say,
of course,
thank you
for
it's different. So the story about the other day, they came and said thank you for feedback. Okay, it's a different one, but thank you too. You're welcome or whatever, And since then it's been, and you guys have customer service.
Yes, thank you.
You have it down.
Yes, thank you.
I think people can get that it's coming from you.
Thank you.
Because of how you made it. So the reason I have you here today is people might think you're a mother. You have 3 kids. You have a business. You have a demanding job. And you are married.
Mm-hmm.
And what people might not know about you is that they are doing distance marriage.
Yes, Abuja, Lagos.
Yeah. They're having to deal
Every other week, yeah. Yeah.
with a smile. I've never seen you any day that you are not
Smiling, bubbling.
how many
How manage? Okay. Honestly, is I'm surprised I say you've never seen me.
I've never. Because even when you are being firm, because I've seen you being firm with people. Don't worry about this person I see here. She's a perfectionist. It's easy to know who is a perfectionist when you go to their business. Let me tell you. Whereas the standard is consistent.
Assistant.
Time.
You go.
And it doesn't matter doctor, it doesn't matter nurse, it doesn't matter who.
Cool.
There are some things that
That is put in place.
So I was like, this Dr. Aisha is significant. And I've seen you sometimes when you come in and you're like, the energy is different. You know, and you're different. So I've seen that even in that space, I've not seen no.
So I think it's my personality. Honestly, you know, I mentioned that I'm a people's. But let's say, is it a people's person? Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. Really.
Some people say being personable
or something. Yeah. So So I think it's a personality thing. Maybe, you know, and that, as I said, that has also helped me in my profession, even as an oral medicine specialist. It's easy for people to talk to me. I don't know why, really. And, you know, I've heard, as in patients have told me, patients have told me deep things, as in, I'm just 20 minutes, as in, on the chair, and, you know, yes, as in, you see some patients have even broken down on the chair. I say, oh, yes, and, you know, then I counsel with whatever knowledge or whatever experience, if, you know, I can. So I think it's a personality thing. The smiling, I think it's a personality thing, and it's something that's. So it's not hard. As in, like, as you said, maybe if you see me, I'm always smiling. It's a personality thing, but I must mention that it's not all rosy. Yes, it's tough, you know. The home front, and, you know, my husband Tayo, you know, now works in Abuja, so the kids, making sure that the kids are, you know, doing well. I have a teenage daughter, and you know that's that period of exactly that stage, you know, you're trying to also make sure that you're close to her. You're trying to, you know, to find out, you know, what's going on with you. Do you understand the whole boy talk, and, you know, things like that. Yes, and then, of course, I have an 8-year-old, and the 11-year-old, the boy, he's in the middle. During the entrance exams, you know, it was tough, yes, because it was me, you know, taking that period, taking him to different entrance exams, and then they're thinking about Glaze, because they're thinking about, oh, I hope everything is okay. I hope we don't have any disgruntled patients. I hope, you know, we don't have any patients that have complications. So there are times that I'm awake at night, Elizabeth. Oh yes, I'm awake at night trying to think about, you know, how to, you know, sort these things out. So it's not all, you know, you just see me smiling. It's not all rosy. Yes, and then, of course, I also have my general hospital job that I have to, and I can't give that up, because, as I said, it's a passion. I like it, so it's not something I can give up. Do you understand that? And thankfully, thank God, I have a great team, you know, in Lekki, so it doesn't. There's no conflict. I'm not taking government work and then going to. You said it that every time I go to Glaze, I don't see you there. Yeah. That's what most people say. Aisha, you're never in Glaze, and I'm like, because I have a job, as in, you know. Yeah, so it's not so. Of course, when Tayo was around, it was easier. Yes, but he's not around now, so I had to step up. Yes, but there are times that, Elizabeth, I'm tired. Honestly. I listen to music. I like music. So, oh yes, I love music. So I listen to music. I'll just chill. So there are times that maybe like weekends, on Saturdays, I won't go to Glaze. I will just chill at home. Okay. Yes, exactly. And just take some time off, you know, listen to music, watch Netflix. Yes. So yes, I do that. So that helps. That helps, you know, so that, you know, you're not burning out. You know, you also have the fact that, in your 40s and you have symptoms that's pop out, as in like, why am I having ringing in my ears, as in like, why are my knees hurting, I went to be said perimenopause. I'm like, oh, I'm perimenopause again. Why am I angry sometimes? I don't know why I'm angry. I was snapping that, do you understand? So, and you don't want to also take it out on the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yes, because you're tired, right? But you don't want to take it out on them. I mean, they didn't tell you to do it, and they didn't even tell you to do the 2 jobs now. You can leave one. No, please, do you understand? So, because Tayo had suggested that maybe I leave the general hospital work and just and just focus on Glaze, and I'm like, I can't. If I do that, I am going to be very, very sad.
Lost.
Oh yes, I'm going to be sad. I can't. As in, I love to solve the problems of my patients, and that's where I can say how many oral-medicine patients can I see in Glaze? Maybe in a year, maybe 5. I mean, what's that? I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be depressed. I can't leave that job. So let's just find a way to work around it. Do you understand? And also, you delegate, honestly,
I was going to ask you about.
Oh yes, you delegate. Get someone who can cook. Get someone who can, clean the house. So you just know that's not your headache. You don't have to, just make sure, those are sorted as figured out
with the right.
Exactly. So you do that so that you can also rest. If not, you burn out, and if you burn out, you can't even give out. Everybody suffers if you burn out. So yeah, everybody suffers. So I try my Saturdays as sacrosanct, as in like, if I'm stepping out, I must really, really like you. Oh, my Saturdays are sacrosanct. I must really, really like you to go out on that Saturday. You must be very, very important to me. As in, for me to say, okay, I'm going for that one beer, I'm going for that party. You must really, really be. I must really hold you. So I don't joke with that. I don't joke with that, because that's when I can rest, because as I say, even I was talking about the symptoms that pop, right? As in, I'm having sleepless nights too. As in, like, I'm waking up at night and I'm like what woke me up? It's like, let's go back to sleep, and
then the sleep is
not there. I'm not sleeping mostly 8 hours. Do you understand? Yes, and then you also have to make sure that you're healthy, all that. Yeah, you want to work out, you don't even have time to work out, things like that. So you have to just try to, create what works for you. What works for me might not work for you exactly. Yeah, so just create what works for you if you have the resources, so that it doesn't sound like, oh, there are many people who are going to watch this podcast. There are people who might not be as able
to afford
to delegate. Elizabeth, exactly. Do you understand? What do those people do? Honestly, I don't have an answer.
So see, let me tell you, figuring out, this is the reason why I say I don't really believe in that term work-life balance. I believe in work-life integration. I call it work-life prioritization.
Okay.
So if you don't have the resources to delegate, you have to spend some time thinking about what must you do?
Okay.
All of it. So that's the prioritization I'm talking about.
Okay.
I used to be super everything. I want to be super
mom, super wife,
super everything, and then super at my job. Like, I must be top talent.
Oh, something must give. It's also something must give. Something must give.
That Dave eventually was that my husband has sense. In the beginning, early, he is the one who eventually had to tell me, yeah, you can't do this. Up to the point where I'm like, I'm the one who must wash our bad food.
I'm sure you don't do that.
I'm super finicky. I will clean a place. You should be able to eat off the floor if I'm cleaning.
Oh, okay. You're one of those people. Okay.
I am card carrying member. I'm the person who I want. When I had my first kid, my mother-in-law will come. Yeah, always repeat. You always
to be mopping. It's already clean. What are you mopping?
Like, I saw something. There was a speck. Supposed to be speck is the floor.
It's the floor. Exactly.
I want this child to be going about, and I don't have to worry what they're putting in them. I will mop the house like 4 times. Where do you get the energy from?
Because that is me. Exactly. And I want that and let it be
Will
done.
you continue? I had to
You born. That's what I'm saying. You finish. As in, like, it will be too much.
I had to prioritize. So going from, I have to wash this bathroom twice a week, to, man, let's wash it once a week, to let's wash it once every 2 weeks. So now I can afford it. I have people helping me to wash it.
Let's get somebody to wash it for me.
But in that period where I was alone with my daughter doing remote consulting work, even before remote got fancy, I'd already started
remotely.
But I was alone with her and I was doing all of that. I had to just prioritize. Like, for this period, where I want to be with this child.
This child is
8 months, 9 months.
And
these are things I'm not going to. This is the type of work I will look for. These are types of engagements. This is the type of, like, I don't know. I just got creative with how
you would
leave that place.
Trying
to be in place. I had to be creative. So I'll give you can think about your own ideas. How can you be creative in managing your stress?
Your stress, yes. Because you have to, honestly, you have to manage the stress.
One idea we had, weekends, when, I was working, very career-driven person. My husband was working. And then weekends is now my time to cook. I'll now be doing marathon cooking.
We all did that.
Marathon cooking. And cooking and packing and doing everything. Before, I'll cook every weekend. Then I got smarter. Like, I'm tired. I'll cook once for 2
weeks.
Weekends.
Yes, just put
and
it in
then
the freezer.
After I became a cook for
21
month. Buy big freezer. So
I put them, yes.
Do the thing. So I'm doing one marathon cooking
weekend and then
and labeling and all of that. Eventually, I hear Genji's market, so that's the first thing to go. I outsource that. Look for somebody to help us
go to the market
and prepare the thing. But after a while, on weekends, when I'm cooking, I'm busying myself with all the cleaning kitchen because my kids were
small. Yes,
cooking and cleaning and everything, and we don't like people in we help free on weekends.
Oh right,
because that's our rule.
Okay.
So then we're doing it, and then it's just me and him with small baby. And I'm in the kitchen. I don't need him to do anything. I just gist with
me. Yes.
And he doesn't want to sit and be gisting with me. He wants to go and sleep.
I want to go and watch phone TV.
And I'm like, so you don't want to come? He's like, this food you're going to cook now, are you going to need me to be in the kitchen with you? You need me to stay as you're washing plates or something? Yes, now.
Just come and just.
He's like, you know what? Let's buy paper plate.
Paper plate.
This is where I was going.
So you see?
I was going.
So you see?
Started buying these
paper plates, disposable plates.
We'll buy the paper plates. That's what we used to eat.
It's all weekend, and then this. So at least that has solved the problem of
my OCD is taking.
Yeah.
But that's how we started taking care of all of that.
All of that. So okay, I think I agree. Just prioritize. Prioritize
your situation.
Your situation has
You have
prioritize
for yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't think about it. We just
and then everybody's just stressed and everybody's just burnt out. Just prioritize, because I won't have, because I'm like, if you don't have the financial capability to get people to help you out, how do you actually do it? But what you've said actually does make sense. And really, I'm even thinking, Aisha, in the beginning, didn't you have didn't you have to
there was a period.
There was a period that you had to manage, you had to do these things. It's okay. Friday, I'm going to the market on Friday. Saturday, I'm going to have to cook on Saturday. I'm doing the scrubby bathroom and toilet. Do you understand? You didn't always have. Yes. Sometimes we just forget. We forget it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just like, come on now. You're talking as if you've been married for like 15 years now. Are you saying that you've been having from the beginning? So you actually did find a way. Even when I was doing residency, it was stressful because I had a 3-year-old. Then I had 2 kids during residency. Elizabeth, yes. So I remember my exam year. Yes, I had a baby my exam year, April, and I had to do the exam in October, I think. So that's it. Even my son, I had to wean him off earlier than usual. Because, yes, you understand, do you get it? So I had to wean him off because I knew that man, I have to study for this exam, you know, sleepless nights and things like that. So you actually have a point. You just prioritize, just try to yes, what you can do with at that time.
Yeah.
At that time.
I had a friend that is moi leaf. That leaf that they were using to eat.
You can imagine.
So that,
Yeah, so that
she made it snazzy. It's like
yes, no.
word. I can't remember. There was a word, I don't know. She just made it cool. Like,
I see it served the purpose at that time. Yes, throw it away and just find you. As you said, there's a hack to your situation. I like that. It's a hack to your situation.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So I've enjoyed gisting with you. I think we need to wrap it up. Let me see. Tell me.
Can you imagine?
See?
Can you imagine? We've done 45 minutes.
Every time we come, go listen.
And I've been talking.
We'll just be these days. You see? So, Daniel, let me give you a bonus. What do you want to talk about now? If you want to share something in this space, freestyle, I don't ask you. And so, what do you want to say for only 5 minutes?
Like 5 minutes. Okay. Let me talk about kindness, empathy. Let me talk about that because I think personally I think we could sometimes mistake, you know, I'm looking for the right word to use.
Be nice,
is it kind? Or something as in like, because I've been there, you know, so, and it's something that I'm also still learning. It's a learning curve for me because I'm an empath. I am, as in like, I just, you know, so sometimes I don't even think. I just want to, you know, act. I just want to do it. Yeah. So, but one time I sat down and I thought that, Aisha, I hope this is not, and you know, it can also, it's people pleasing. Do you understand? So it could also be, so I had to sit down and think about it. Is this, what are your motives? Do you understand? Why are you doing, yes, I know I'm an empath. I say, like, you know, if I see someone and I want to help, yes. But are there times that you really don't need to step in? Why are you stepping in? Do you understand? Why are you stepping into this? Why are you stepping into this situation? Do you understand? Are you trying to, because it's a borderline, honestly. You can easily become a people pleaser. Do you know? You can easily become a people pleaser in that, and then, you know, human beings, they sense that, they see that, and they latch on it, and they know that this is a prey, and this is somebody that we can always go to. And do you understand? So not being able to say no, you know, I do have that issue, but I'm learning now. It's difficult.
What are you learning? Tell me. Because
say no. Do you understand? Not being able to say no because I'm like, because there are times that I really don't want to do this, and maybe the person calls, please can you help? Like, this thing is so convenient for me, but you know, you can't say no. Do you understand? And that can also lead to burnouts. That can also lead to, eventually, it can also lead to you being, you know, resentful towards that person. Maybe if it's like a family member or, you know, stuff like that. You might be able to say no to maybe outsiders, friends and all that. But when it comes to family, as in like, yeah, so after some time I become resentful towards that person. And who caused it? You caused it. You allowed it happen. Why couldn't you say no? If you couldn't do it, or if you couldn't get it, or if you couldn't buy it, or if you couldn't give that money, say, oh, I don't have it now. Can I do it later? Don't go and squeeze yourself out to do something that you know that really you couldn't do it at that time. Do you understand? So it's maybe because it's personal to me, as I said. So it's something that you said I should talk about something. Yeah. So, but I'm learning. It's difficult, Sha. Honestly, it is.
So
it's difficult. Yeah.
Somebody gave you my memo.
So because and the natural response, I tell people, natural response for human beings is that human beings tend to take people for granted. As in, like, if they see someone that they can say, "Oh, you're available," So I'm teaching my children. I don't want them to be people please. Please, from now, even if it's your friend, you really love that person, and the person says, "Oh, Temidire, can you give me?" If you're not comfortable giving her that your bracelet, "Oh, sorry, I can't give it to you." Don't give it to her, and then you are now sad that you gave it to her. Do you understand? So there's a huge. I've been seeing niceness and kindness. Do you understand? I see posts like that. I come across posts like that maybe on Instagram or maybe something, on social media, and I'm like, okay. So it made me sit down and think. You possibly can't continue like this. As in, like, you can't, because it's just only natural. There are people that even their parents actually do take advantage of that personality. Once anything happens, they're the first person they're calling. Yeah. As in, because
they can't even help. They don't mean you bad.
Yeah, they don't mean you bad, yes, but this person that's
available.
Oh yes, this is the person that, do you understand? This person that would would sort out the issue. Of course, the parents don't mean you bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this thing, you see, it touched me many places, and there are many people who will watch it that will know. Maybe they would hear themselves in what I'm about to say. And I've spent myself most part of my adult life taking care of people. Not people I even choose. It's different. If I'm doing it for the family I chose, that's different.
That's a different thing.
But just people that were family members, because that's how they came through the same canal. And you're right. When people find that you're available, you're the person. I can't see somebody in need and look away. I may need myself sometimes, but they can't relate that. Sometimes it's not. Nobody, they don't see you different. Oh, she's okay. She's working.
She's not.
My situation is worse than hers. But everybody's heart is ripe for them.
Yes,
I'm going to my own hardness.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's about having
to
work and hardness to get out of that you haven't done. And now I have to pay the price for not doing and for but no matter how much my logic started telling me, you are now being nice,
not kind.
There's
yes.
It's the motive.
The motive behind it.
Differentiates
exactly.
No longer because I actually feel
compelled
you out of that.
No, it's just because I don't want you to say that I'm wicked. I don't want you to say that, oh, I told you to help me get this thing and you didn't get it. So that means you're wicked. Yeah. Exactly.
So
I told this.
You should be this, and you say that stuff. Or sometimes they manipulate. They say, I've got the thing. And somebody's taking your suffering to go and enjoy. Meanwhile, you suffered so that they can have that thing you gave them, and they used it for enjoyment. They're like, but me, uncle.
What about me?
Anyway.
Yeah, so it's something that
I'm recovering. My strategy now is I'm being very honest with everyone.
Okay.
I'm not shielding you from the reality of the effect of what you are doing. We're Christians in my family. So when somebody comes and every single problem, you're coming to me, and I'm like, you've converted me to your savior. I'm not. That's now me taking position of
something of
that
God.
I shouldn't be.
Yes, exactly.
When I have this type of issue, I don't have an Elizabeth to go and meet. I pray, practice it,
and God comes through.
That doesn't sound.
Now, what if the person is older than you? Maybe you can say that to someone who is younger than you. If the person is older than you, and most of them are older.
So maybe that personality comes in, where I've never been I'm this straight shooter. I'll tell you the thing in the nicest way, but I am simple. I don't want you to have to read in between my lines.
Okay, so that's one thing I also that's also your weakness. I'm not very
I can actually say, please, can I just this thing each time I help you is a sacrifice I make.
It's sacrifice. So that
feel like you're not
recognizing, acknowledging this sacrifice.
This a break. Whether they will know it or not is a different story, but I say it. So you won't say you don't, is for lack of my saying it. Yeah,
It is you who has, yes.
yeah. But then at some point, there's the one where I know that this one, I want to do this.
Do it, exactly. I feel compelled to do this. You don't even need to ask me to do it. I will do it.
But
Yes.
please don't take it for granted.
For granted, yes.
Be
Yes.
kind to me. That's how. So now that's
Mhm.
how, right? So please be kind to me.
So at least you can say it. You can, but I can't. That's another thing. That's another weakness I have, and also
You don't need to say it.
conflict resolution is another. I can't.
You don't need to say it. I think in this part,
Elizabeth, I can't. So what I do is I just go into my shell, and I know it is a wrong approach. You should be able to say, look, you did this to me. I don't like it. Don't do it again. So what I do is that if someone hurts me, I won't tell you that you hurt me. I just, after some time, maybe give me a few days. So thankfully, thank God for that. As in, I have to thank God for that. I just let it go. That's what happens. So I'm not holding grudges. As in, I'm not like, oh, this person, you meet me in front. No. I just let it go. But the person might not necessarily have known that he or she had done something to me, which is bad, really. I think that if someone does something to you, you should be able to tell them, as you said, tell the person as in like, this thing that you did, I didn't like it. Let's talk about it. So initially, even in my marriage, right, I know it used to frustrate my husband so much because he's talking, Elizabeth. I'm quiet. I'm not saying a single word. As in, I tell people that, and they don't believe that in my 15 years of marriage, I've never had a back, as in like he's talking and Elizabeth, it has never happened. He might be, if he's upset about something, he's talking. I'm not saying a word, as in like I'm quiet. I've never had that. Oh no, you do.
I don't even know what that looks. I don't even know what that looks like. We've never had we say
never, as in like it's
well, let's fight one now.
As in like, so, do you understand? Yeah. So, and me, when I'm upset, I'm quiet. So that's my own. As like, if he's done something, that's his own. When I'm upset, I know. When I'm upset, he's the talker. So he will talk. So he will talk and he wants me to say something. At least respond to what I'm saying. Yeah. You and who? Who am I responding? I'm not responding to you. Finish, say what you have to say. Then when you finish, say, and I'll now go into my shell for another. You say, Aisha, I don't know how to keep malice. Please, you have to talk. I don't know how to keep malice. And like, just give me my 2 days. Let me just get myself. Do you understand? Before,
Serious?
Oh, yes. So,
now you're serious. You don't have it. I'll come a bit. We are quiet together.
And of course,
Tisha is your head is I'm stressed.
Yes.
Like know that podcast is not real. So you probably break it.
So yes, it's
just mountain where you say you have to tell the person or something. I don't think so.
As in
like tell not in marriage. Marriage is
no, I'm just saying no. Let's leave marriage as in like maybe like a friend.
Yes, I don't. Sometimes I find that I prioritize. I have to check the reason why I'm telling you. Am I telling you to sort myself out, to scratch my itch? So I feel like, I'm unburdened, so now I'm lighter. If that's my motive,
you won't do it.
But if the motive is because I know that the person will be receptive, or I will be able to communicate it in a way that they can receive it. Then I'll do it. Then they can receive it so that they'll do something about it that makes it better. But if you know that the person is not going to make it better, then there's no point. There's no point. It's just going to be going back and forth. Exactly. Yes. What's the objective? If it's to just make myself feel lighter, then you're burdening somebody with it. They might not understand what it is. You're aggravating that situation. It's not necessary. If there are older people, I've had some older people who always come in that space to take advantage of the kindness of Elizabeth and giving, and it starts to hurt me. I don't think it's like I can't go and tell them, I don't like. No, that's not the situation. So what you do? I don't. In practice, they know. No. So if the thing, I have a way, I can just if the person reaches out and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't help at this time. How will you be?" I can still show you concern without it being in a way that hurts me. I'm having to practice that. Because when I do, I started making my concern and care for you be equated to my giving something. Or something.
And it doesn't have to be that. Yes. It doesn't have to be that.
So
a lot of
I can give you my time. I can brainstorm with you.
Yeah.
I can just show you, be an ear that you talk to.
It doesn't have to be that.
Not equate
that because
my kindness
to giving you something.
I had someone. I would just ask about it. And when they see that, you're just helping and no money is dropping, then they can ask blatantly, I need you to give me this. I say, I don't have right now. Some cases, the person has gone away and come back in a few months to say, okay, so can you help me with the right enough? I still can't. And if you do that enough, then they get the message. And then they stop. But you have to say with it.
There's something else. I in the past, as like, if I want to give someone something, I'm saying, this 10,000 naira now might be too small or something. Now I've learnt. And I tell people, nothing. If I give you 5,000 naira, that 5,000 naira, I worked for it. It was a sacrifice. I've made a sacrifice. If it's 3,000 naira, I worked for it. I think you understand. So that's, I tell people that no, what you can, give what you can. Don't ever say, just see this my widow's mite. No, this is what I can. Don't ever trivialize what you're giving someone. Exactly. Yes, don't trivialize what you're giving someone
to help people. I said that before. Foolish me. I used to go and borrow to help people. No, my own was deep. That's why when you said it, I'm like, I'm a recovering. I don't know what that was, but I'm recovering
from it. Yeah,
and it's just being kind to myself. So I'm saying that kindness I'm extending to that person that I want to extend. Am I?
Yes, to myself. Exactly. Yes, to myself.
Because you can't even give away from where you don't.
Where you can't, yeah, where you don't have.
That's how I flip it. And somehow my head and my heart are aligned on that. It doesn't mean I'm a wicked person.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't please everybody, but the person feels because I can't give someone.
And that means I'm wicked. Oh, so what?
So sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not wicked, yes.
Yeah. And I've been kind to you in that way before. So we have evidence of that, something like that. So I'm okay in my skin.
Yeah, makes sense.
Beginning to get there. And I'm a kind person, but not a foolish one like that. This has been fun.
Yes, it has, honestly. I can't even believe that.
So we've done a full hour.
1 hour. I'll tell you that. Can we do 30 minutes? It was actually really engaging. I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me. Yes, thank you for having me. As in the fact that you even considered having me, because me, I look at Elizabeth as Elizabeth is
I'm curious.
Pre-mom, proper, as in like when you reached out to me as like what happened in this, I was just like, I said, look, it's not saying everybody is not some people, as in like they go by, you have to so no, but really it's good. And as I said, it helped us, do you understand, put things in place so that it doesn't happen with another patient. You reached out to me because, okay, maybe you like me. You could have gone somewhere else. I mean, that's what I tell my people. There are million and one dental clinics. There's some people that will not see anything. They just go somewhere else. And you've lost that patient and you've lost the referrals that come from that patient. So if a patient comes to you and tells you that, this is what you've done, this is what, at that time, patient might be upset and you might not necessarily not like the tone of the patient. Ignore it. You have upset that patient, right? Don't get your ego, why is this patient talking? No, or something. No. Get what this patient is telling you, the feedback this patient is giving you, and do better. Yeah. And say, okay, so let's change our SOP. Maybe this is what we should be doing now. Let's be making sure that we call, give patients appointment before something so that there's no mix up. Do you understand? People are busy. You can't be mixing up people's appointments, things like that. Yeah, so it did help. So it's not like you were maybe being difficult. No, you were not difficult. You put as in this was what happened and this was what was supposed to happen. Exactly. So yes, it wasn't no, not in that way. Honestly, yes, not in that way. Yes, not in that way at all.
Yeah, why it was because that had happened, and why I came to you. Mama, just this one small tweak.
and then
the person wasn't understanding
what you were
that
trying to
point,
exactly.
you would understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Level of service I've come to be used to at Glaze.
That
one was just one.
So they can. Yes, consistent.
And I'm
yes.
so happy that the change got.
Yes.
We've not had that.
Any of that again. Yes. Yes.
So well done. This is it. We need more people. Actually, we need more people like you doing enterprise in Nigeria, in Africa, coming at it with standardization in your mind.
And make sure that you follow through, because that's another thing that kills businesses in Nigeria. That's, you start a business and then what happened to this certain business? They couldn't keep up to so what they started with. Yes, it's important that it's not easy, but but you have to.
It can't be.
What
you'll be doing
exactly. Yes.
So, I'm really happy that you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you,
everyone. All right, engage. Look for her everywhere. We'll put her social handles there. This has been Dr. Aisha Tayo-Adewale.
Yes, Tayo-Adewale.
Yes. I am Elizabeth Bokunji. See you on the next episode. I wonder who will bring next. So stay tuned.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Subscribe so you get it. Share this and do everything that's nice. Comment as well.
Thank you.
See you later.